Imagine waking up tomorrow morning with a lighter, calmer, more energized body without extreme dieting, exhausting workouts, or expensive supplements. Imagine your bloating gone, your waistline shrinking, and your body finally responding the way you've always wished it would. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you that the real reason your belly fat refuses to melt has nothing to do with calories, age, or metabolism, and everything to do with a silent internal fire burning inside your body every single day? Yes, inflammation, the hidden force that keeps your belly fat locked, your energy low, your mood unstable, and your cravings uncontrollable. And the craziest part, most people don't even know they have it. But here's the shocking truth. There is one simple daily hack. So simple, so natural, and so powerful, that can switch off this inflammation almost instantly. And once inflammation turns off, your body begins melting visceral fat, the dangerous fat wrapped around your organs without struggle. This hack doesn't require you to starve yourself, doesn't require any expensive pills, doesn't require grueling gym sessions. It works with your body's biology, it resets your hormones, it calms your gut, it lowers your stress response, and it activates your built-in fat burning mechanisms naturally, automatically, even while you sleep. But here's the catch. 95% of people never discover this hack because they're too busy trying complicated diets, detox teas, and temporary weight loss shortcuts that don't address the real issue. They waste years fighting the wrong battle. But you are here, and you are about to learn the simple truth that can completely transform your health journey. So stay with me till the very end of this video, because once you understand this hack, once you apply it consistently, your body will start changing in ways you may never have thought possible. Your waistline will respond, your energy will rise, your inflammation will cool down, and your fat-burning engine will finally switch on. This is not magic. This is biology. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use this hack to melt visceral fat and reclaim your health starting tonight. Most people who struggle with stubborn belly fat believe the problem is simple. I'm eating too much, I'm not exercising enough, or maybe it's because I'm getting older. But the truth is far deeper and far more frustrating. The real reason your belly fat refuses to shrink is because you're fighting the wrong enemy. You think the problem is fat, but the real problem is inflammation. And the habits that keep this inflammation active are hiding in your daily routine without you even noticing. Let's be honest, have you ever cut calories, avoided your favorite foods, tried hard workouts, and still your belly didn't move? That's not your fault. That's inflammation. Every time you eat late at night, every time you consume sugary snacks, processed oils, or packaged foods, every time you go through stress and exhaustion, your body triggers an inflammation response, and once that switch turns on, your body goes into protection mode. Instead of burning fat, it tries to hold on to fat because your system thinks you're under attack. You might think you're doing everything right, eating less, walking more, but inflammation completely blocks results. It slows your metabolism, increases cravings, makes your hormones chaotic, and even damages your gut lining. The bigger problem, you cannot feel inflammation the way you feel pain. It's silent. It hides behind symptoms like constant bloating, low energy, poor sleep, unexplainable weight gain, stubborn belly, fat joint pain or stiffness, mental fog, mood swings, but nobody thinks, oh, this must be inflammation. Instead, people blame their willpower, age, or metabolism. They keep dieting harder, pushing themselves more, and feeling more defeated when nothing changes. To make matters worse, most people's daily routines keep inflammation switched on all day long. Breakfast full of sugar, lunch full of refined carbs, snacks loaded with preservatives, dinner too late, stress from work, scrolling at night. Poor sleep, seed oils in every food, and then frustration when belly fat stays stuck. The body simply cannot burn fat when inflammatory hormones, especially insulin and cortisol, are active. This is why stubborn belly fat becomes a lifelong struggle for so many people. Not because they're weak. Not because they're lazy, not because they're eating too much, but because inflammation has been silently controlling their metabolism for months, years, even decades. Until inflammation turns OFF, fat loss will always feel impossible. To understand why belly fat becomes so stubborn, and why inflammation is the real villain, you need to understand what's happening inside your body, not just outside. Visceral fat, the deep fat around your organs, doesn't just sit there. It behaves like a living, active organ that releases chemicals, hormones, and inflammatory signals. Once this process begins, it creates a cycle that becomes very difficult to break. The root cause starts with insulin, the hormone responsible for controlling blood sugar. Every time you eat, especially carbs and sugars, insulin rises. Normally, this is fine. But with constant snacking, late night eating, sugary drinks, and processed foods, insulin stays elevated all day. High insulin tells your body one thing: store fat, don't burn it, especially around your liver, pancreas, and intestines. This is how visceral fat begins to grow. Next comes cortisol, the stress hormone. Modern life keeps cortisol high through emotional stress, lack of sleep, overthinking, scrolling at night, and overworking. When cortisol rises, your body again receives the message: hold on to fat to survive. Cortisol specifically stores fat in the belly area, making visceral fat thicker and more dangerous. Now here's the deadly combination. High insulin plus high cortisol equals explosive inflammation. Your fat cells become inflamed. They release chemicals called cytokines, like TNF-alpha and IL-6, which spread inflammation throughout your body. These chemicals slow your metabolism, damage your gut lining, affect your liver, and send signals to your brain that increase cravings and hunger. So your body enters a vicious cycle. Inflammation, right arrow, more visceral fat, right arrow, more inflammation, right arrow, even more visceral fat. This is exactly why traditional dieting doesn't work. The root system, hormones, inflammation, and metabolic signals, is damaged. Cutting calories doesn't fix inflammation. Running harder doesn't fix insulin resistance. Doing crunches doesn't lower cortisol. This is why people feel like their body is working against them. To make matters worse, visceral fat produces inflammatory hormones that interfere with leptin, your fullness signal, and ghrelin, your hunger signal. So even if you try to diet, your hunger rises uncontrollably and your energy drops. Your body basically forces you to eat more because the hormones are confused. The root cause of belly fat is not overeating. It is a chemical imbalance created by inflammation. The moment you turn off this inflammation, insulin stabilizes, cortisol calms down, your metabolism wakes up, and visceral fat finally starts melting. Now that you understand the real root cause, insulin, cortisol, and internal inflammation, the solution becomes surprisingly simple. You don't need extreme diets, long workouts, or complicated routines. You need one powerful hack that resets your body every single night: the Evening Anti-Inflammatory Reset Window, EARW. This is a 3-4 hour window before bed where you stop eating, calm hormones, and allow your body to repair itself instead of digesting food. This nightly reset turns off inflammation, lowers insulin, reduces cortisol, and activates deep fat burning pathways. Here's exactly how to do it. 1. Stop eating 3-4 hours before bed. This is the heart of the hack. When you stop eating early, your insulin drops naturally. Low insulin means your body can finally access stored fat for energy. This simple shift also gives your digestive system a break, allowing your body to switch from storage mode to repair mode. This is where visceral fat begins to shrink. 2. Drink warm turmeric. Ginger water. This drink works like a natural anti-inflammatory medicine. Turmeric's curcumin reduces cytokines, the chemicals responsible for inflammation. Ginger improves digestion, reduces bloating, and boosts metabolic rate. Drinking it during the reset window activates your body's healing mode and directly supports fat burning. 3. Take magnesium before bed. Magnesium calms your nervous system and significantly lowers cortisol. Lower cortisol means your body no longer holds onto belly fat as a threat response. Magnesium also improves sleep quality, and deep sleep is when the body does its strongest repair work. 4. Avoid seed oils, sugar, and heavy carbs at dinner. These foods cause inflammation spikes that last for hours. When you avoid them in the evening, you prevent a blood sugar crash, avoid cravings, and make it easier for your body to enter fat burning mode overnight. 5. Do 10 minutes of deep belly breathing. This step is extremely powerful. When you breathe deeply, your nervous system shifts into parasympathetic mode, rest and digest. This instantly reduces cortisol and signals your body that it's safe to burn fat rather than store it. 6. Sleep in a cool, dark room. Cooler temperatures activate brown fat, a special type of fat that burns calories to keep you warm. This boosts overnight fat burn naturally and improves sleep quality. This simple nightly routine switches off inflammation and switches on your fat burning system without starving, stressing, or struggling. When you start using the evening anti-inflammatory reset window consistently, your body begins changing in ways you can feel, see, and measure. This simple nightly routine affects your hormones, digestion, metabolism, and sleep cycles, creating a powerful transformation from the inside out. The benefits do not come slowly or subtly. They come steadily, clearly, and often surprisingly fast. The first benefit people notice is less bloating. Because you stop eating hours before bed, your digestive system finally gets a break. Your stomach empties properly, inflammation reduces, and you wake up with a flatter, lighter belly instead of that heavy, swollen morning discomfort. This alone boosts your confidence and motivates you to keep going. Next, your energy levels rise naturally. When inflammation decreases, your cells finally start producing cleaner, more efficient energy. You stop waking up tired. You stop relying on sugar, caffeine, or constant snacking just to get through the day. Your body feels lighter, your mind feels clearer, and daily tasks begin to feel easier. One of the biggest benefits is improved insulin sensitivity. With lower evening insulin, your body becomes better at managing blood sugar. This means fewer cravings, steady appetite, and a more stable mood. You're no longer controlled by hunger spikes or emotional eating. Your relationship with food becomes calmer and more natural. As cortisol decreases in the evening, your sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. This is the time when your body repairs tissues, balances hormones, resets inflammation, and burns fat. Better sleep alone can transform your metabolism, and now you're intentionally supporting it every night. But the most exciting benefit is the gradual shrinking of visceral fat. Because inflammation is turning off daily, your hormones are finally communicating properly. Your body no longer feels the need to store emergency fat around your organs. Instead, it releases that fat and uses it as fuel. Over weeks, your waistline becomes tighter, your clothes start fitting differently, your confidence returns. You start seeing the version of yourself you always wanted to be. You also begin to notice mental clarity, reduced joint pain, faster digestion, and a lighter mood. This is because inflammation affects not only fat cells, but brain cells, gut bacteria, and stress pathways. Once inflammation cools down, everything improves together. This hack doesn't just melt fat, it heals your body. It restores your energy, it resets your metabolism, it transforms your health from the inside out. While the evening anti-inflammatory reset window is simple and powerful, many people unknowingly sabotage their results by making common mistakes. These errors keep inflammation high, slow down fat burning, and prevent your body from responding to this life-changing hack. Let's break down the most common pitfalls and how to avoid them so you can maximize your results safely and effectively. Many people think a small snack or late night bite won't matter, but even a single handful of crackers, a sugary treat, or a glass of milk spikes insulin, signaling your body to stop burning fat. The digestive system remains active instead of entering repair mode. Over time, this chronic late night eating maintains inflammation and keeps visceral fat stubbornly in place. Coffee, soda, energy drinks, and even certain teas contain compounds that raise cortisol and insulin. While caffeine may seem harmless, it prevents deep restorative sleep and keeps your stress hormones elevated. Elevated cortisol not only hinders fat burning, but also drives cravings and appetite, counteracting the reset window completely. Vegetable oils like soybean, canola, or sunflower oils, as well as processed foods, are high in omega-6 fatty acids. These fats promote inflammation when consumed in the evening, directly undermining the anti-inflammatory reset. Opt instead for healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or natural nut butters in moderation, which support fat metabolism and hormone balance. Scrolling on your phone, watching TV, or working late stimulates cortisol release. Even if you follow all the food steps, high cortisol tells your body it's under stress and triggers fat storage around your organs. This mental and emotional stress can undo the benefits of the reset window, slowing metabolism and delaying fat loss. A room that's too warm, too bright, or noisy prevents deep sleep and reduces brown fat activation. Poor sleep also spikes cortisol and insulin, which directly interferes with fat burning. Create a cool, dark, quiet environment to maximize overnight repair and fat loss. Even if you do everything perfectly for one night, the benefits will be minimal. The reset window works best when practiced consistently. Skipping nights or varying dinner times resets inflammation and slows progress. Avoiding these mistakes is critical. The hack itself is simple, but its power comes from consistency and attention to detail. Once you eliminate these errors, your body can finally calm inflammation, restore hormone balance, and start burning visceral fat efficiently.